May go away, as would the saying go for the hottest month of this year. But something is not normal this time. Parts of northern western India, including the capital city of Delhi, is witnessing never seen before unusual weather. Temperatures in May have dipped, unexpected pattern with cloudy skies, sporadic rain, cool weather, and even shallow fog has left everyone wondering and bemused. To explain this further, we have with us Skymet's Meteorology and Climate Change President GP Sharma with us. Mr. Sharma, welcome to BQ Prime. Please explain to us what exactly is happening. A while ago, weren't we just talking about the heat waves in the country?
Actually, in different weather conditions have been prevailing, not only is the capital city Delhi, many other parts of the country, irrespective north, south, east, west, and they have been there for a long duration. Many days this pattern is seen. As far as state capital, national capital is concerned, Delhi, as you mentioned, we did have all sort of weather. Before we had some even heat wave conditions for a couple of days, but later, for the last about almost 10 days, it's a change just in the weather conditions now. And we saw what you said, rain, thunder shower, including freak fog, which is not seen around this time and was not there at all for the last many decades even. Okay, the reason is, see, multiple weather systems have come together and under their influence, this situation has arisen over and around Delhi and suburbs, but then even some other parts of the country also, similar conditions, unusual weather conditions, they have been prevailing. We had the western disturbance with its auxiliary systems and circulations in the plains of North India. The southern parts are very active, seasonal peninsular trough which is there. Central parts of the country obsessed with some cyclonic circulations, and feeders were bay anticyclone, which gives the moist air, keeping the conditions live and kicking over most parts of the country. Okay, so this was the thing. Multiple weather systems, and there train of them, one after the other, they were moving across the northern parts of the country, and that's how this situation has arisen. Particularly the fog which occurred the other day over Delhi and neighborhood, nearly zero visibility condition. That is not seen. That is not seen for many decades, and it was very rather unusual, I will say, over and around Delhi region. It's difficult to forecast. It is not possible rather to forecast such phenomena. But then the hindsight, we can say there was a persistent rains for the last couple of days over and around the region. Humidity was very high. It was around 100% that particular previous evening as well as in the night, 100%. So humidity should be high, wind should be light. The temperatures were just about under 16 degrees, which is not seen first time after about 4, 5, 6 decades or so, that temperature dipping to these levels also. So all these conditions put together, and these are the parameters which are required for fog. High humidity should be there, low wind should be there, and the temperatures also should be quite conducive for this. All three joined together to give us that spell of rain, which was extending actually in some parts of Rajasthan and coming towards Delhi, in between parts of Haryana, and then finally capital city Delhi. So this was the reason. Yes.
Correct. So what's coming next for us in terms of weather conditions now? What are your predictions?
There is a twist in the weather conditions now. Change will take place. Drastic change, I will say, will take place now. It just about give it another 4, 5, 6 days on various counts. Firstly, the systems which I talked about for the northern India, active systems will not be there for the plains. So that we will see sunshine, plenty of sunshine coming up without any significant weather. Southern parts of the country, of course, will continue for the next couple of days, but that also will going to dry up. The eastern and the central parts of the country, similar fate they will have after about 3 to 4 days. The reason being, we know that there is some storm coming up in the Bay of Bengal, the maiden storm of this particular season, but it's coming up shortly and it's going to be fairly strong also. So in case that storm, though it is going to take a little time, possibly storm will develop early days of next week. Okay, and then it will dictate, it will control and alter the weather conditions over large parts of the country. Mostly, we do not know at the moment what track it's going to follow, how much intense it is going to be. The only thing is, consensus is that there has to be a cyclonic storm coming up over that area, okay, in the Bay of Bengal. So that will control these conditions. And then that is how the temperatures are going to rise. They are going to, possibly we may see again heat wave conditions, seasonal heat wave, which is very, very prominent around this month of May. Third week, possibly we'll see some heat wave conditions also. A complete changeover is going to be there, and we can expect that happening commencing shortly. Yes.
So you are saying that back-to-back western disturbances that are affecting northwest India, you see the spell to continue going forward?
The worst part, in case we say, that's over. Okay, extensive conditions will not be there.
Okay.
There has been hailstorm activity, heavy rains also, so that phase is over. But the next about 2 days or so, 3 days, since a fresh western disturbance has come, so mountains will continue to be under its influence across the ranges, whether it is the Jammu Kashmir, Himachal, or Uttarakhand, or Leh Ladakh region, that will be there. But then plains will have a respite after about 2 days. There will be hardly any weather thereafter. Isolated weather activity will remain, but then that's how the temperatures are going to shoot up to about 40 degrees at most parts of the country. As I said, covering Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, and the central parts in any case, that also will have the similar range, rather more than this. We can touch even about 45 degrees within a gap of about 1 week over some parts of the country, which will be central parts as well as the eastern parts of the country. Southern parts, as I said, yes, for the next 2-3 days, we can expect the activity to continue. But then once the proximity of this system comes to the east coast, even those parts will improve. Hottest part of the country is going to be Gujarat in the next few days, okay, and then gradually expand further and cover the central parts, even parts of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh also will come in for that, and Odisha as well. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Sharma, for taking your time out and explaining the whole scenario to us in detail. Thank you for tuning in, viewers. If you are in Delhi, Jaipur, or around, take care of your health and enjoy the weather till it lasts.